Good morning, everyone. This is Dr. Sheena, and welcome to another small snippet of Take No Script. Okay, so you know how this goes. Whenever God allows the Holy Spirit to compel me to do a video, I do it. I do apologize for the delay. Unfortunately, well, fortunate for me, I was able to accomplish something. And so I had to take a little time away real quick to get those things in place and make sure that my family is okay. And aside from that, let's go straight in. So the last time I spoke with you all, or I did the video on people pleasing and how it's associated with unforgiveness. Well, I told you first step was for you to go. I told you to stop calling. I was like, make sure you stop that calling unless it's necessary, warranted, or relevant. Do not make phone calls, just to be making phone calls, sitting on the phone because you're just trying to stay connected. The second thing I told you to do was pray, and also explain quickly that just because I told you for the first and second steps that it was not just because that's the order you need to do it in. I told you also that it's just for processing. And so I also told you all to have a readiness mindset. So if you did not have it the last time I did my video, I hope and pray that you prayed and asked God to give you a spirit of readiness, okay? Well, I'm here today to finish that video and to introduce you to something else, okay? And so the one thing that I wanted to continue to tell you about people pleasing is this is going to go both ways, right? So sometimes you're going to feel on the opposite side of the people pleasing situation. So the same way you have to accept what you're feeling and just let people go, shut down the relationship, and do away with the connection, you're also going to have to accept when it's being done to you. A part of being delivered from people pleasing is accepting that it's a two-sided situation and sometimes it's going to hurt, but it's possible to endure and you are going to be okay. One of those things that you need to recognize and realize is that, give me a second, the impact of your absence. All of a sudden, you're going to experience that as well because people are going to do that to you. And you have to understand that when you are being delivered from people pleasing, you're learning that some things were never genuinely supposed to link or connect, that they were all done by because you were forcing it. You were forging it as well. It was not authentic. And it's okay. We all learn and we can only do with what we know. And so now you know. So let that be that. After today, no more forcing it. Your body can tell when something is not for you. That don't always mean that the opposite side or the opposing party is bad. It's just simply your body letting you know that that was not what God intended for your life. And it's okay. Now, if you've eaten a million bonbons and you don't have a healthy diet and you don't have a healthy environment and you lack understanding and you haven't been delivered from all types of mental illnesses, or if you're if you're possessed by demons, or things of that matter, just a list of things that could infiltrate your ability to be able to discern appropriately and according to the will of God. So sometimes those feelings are not accurate. If you have not been filled with the Holy Spirit, then this probably is not for you, because more than likely you're going to assume things when you shouldn't. Because every time you feel off doesn't mean it's the opposing side. So I want to make sure that we get, and that leads me to my next video. My next video was simply to talk about the difference between when you're supposed to continue when something feels off, or when you're supposed to let it go when it feels off. And to know the difference cannot be emotional or can't be based on history. Because a lot of times what's hurting all of us is, oh, I've been knowing them for this long, or they've never said anything bad to me, or they treat me so well, or they did this and they did that, and that doesn't mean anything. That don't mean anything just because that's your favorite. That doesn't mean anything because they've never disrespected you. A lot of people have been being deceived. And that's the art of deception. You don't know that you are being deceived. You do not know. So please spare me with how long you've known them. You know them by their current fruit. not their past fruit. We can all change in the blink of an eye. You know them by their current fruit, not their past fruit. You know they're by their current fruit, not their past fruit. You know they're by their current fruit, not their past fruit. Okay, so we got that down pat. We understand that. So the way that you decide whether or not you are off in the way that you feel about anyone or anything is to look at their current fruit. What is the current fruit? And by fruit, what do we mean? Characteristics, personality traits. What did they do in the heat of the moment, in the moment that the situation was developing, in the moment that the shift was taking place? What was their natural, innate, instant reaction to the situation, to the conversation? What was their immediate response? That's how you know. Okay, well, I'll be back with you soon. Have a great day.